there you have it, the cobbler special. I probably got stuff all over me here. I had to cut these end pieces off, and I just need a couple more boards, maybe 1 or 2 pieces of live edge we can split, so I can put 11 foot long, so we can put something in the middle for the rafters. So there it is. I got it trimmed up. It's not the best, but the wood's to the outside. It needs trimmed off, but really need to concentrate. Got a piece of board edge, live edge right here. I'll put that up in the center. Once we make it that far, I still need a couple more boards with the door on it today. Right here, a couple more boards. Need them 2 boards, got to trim 1. And then we kind of eyeballed all this. We trimmed it off. Not the best, but once we put our piece of trim, those 2 pieces of live edge, get everything kind of pulled down tight. Got a piece to trim off there and put a piece on out. So we got to figure, getting dark. But I did trim this other side off. All these side pieces, make it look halfway decent level. It's not precision, guys, you know, they couldn't handle it. I think it looks really nice though. You know, it kind of makes it look level, but we had to have a bottom board to get down. We did trim all these off. I put a piece of wire from here to here and just kind of, it's eyeballed. So you can see we kind of got it fairly close. It's off a little bit, but once we put our piece of live edge and we get the rest of our boards on out, we can trim it up, make it look decent. Outside, let's go to the inside. Just a little spring door. It's nothing. I mean, it's rough. It's as rough as it get. No worries. But what I'm saying is, we get a board from there all the way down, tying all this. Make sure these sides got something to bite to. Same thing with this. Come down in the middle off of that beam. That beam's a little nicer, a little thicker. You can see this one's kind of sagging. So we need to get a beam from there all the way down, there all the way down. Maybe jack it up a little bit to put a little load on it. Same thing with this. You need to come from here all the way down, like maybe 1 in the center or 1 to the side of the door, so the door ain't gonna move in or out. It's pretty solid, don't get me wrong, pretty solid, but right here you need your 2 boards, and might need another board right here just to patch that in a little more. But we got to fill all this in and fill all that in, wrap it up with some tar paper, call it good enough. I'd like to get a metal drum and cut the top of it off, put a metal grate down in it, and then just cut you a window in the bottom and a door in the side of it, so you can put some wood and you got a good thick bit of metal in the bottom to keep it good. Now you can go 1 step further and put fire brick in it and make your own mortar, make it out of vermiculite and some other stuff. And you could put a piece of 1/8 inch metal on the top, cut your vent out, have it come out the top, and probably burn coal in it, to be honest. But you'd have to weld it up and everything. So we might do that. Then again, it just might be one of those temporary jobs. I'll put the metal grate in the bottom of it, weld the top back on it, put a hole in it, put a pipe out the top of this thing, and it's good enough. Wrap this baby in some tar paper, and at least got a place to stay warm. Hopefully, if the power was to go out, or if we have ice storms, snowstorms. But they were saying a weak El Nino, so let's hope so. You know, we're just basically having a little spot to where, you know, you could just have you a way to get warm and hang out. And if you you can put a floor in this, you can take some 2x6s, frame it out. Once you get all your beams in, tighten it up a little bit, and wrap it up in some tar paper. Just put your little wood floor in it, put your stove in here, good enough. You can stack your firewood in here, make sure it stays good and warm, a little bit of coal maybe. You know, not a whole lot, you know, I just enough for the night or whatever. And then you could burn some wood, or, you know, sleep in the house in a sleeping bag, and you want to get out a little bit, get you a fire going, and watch it snow maybe. Now this door, we might get some plexiglass for that, and silicone it in, or get some tin, cut it, pop rivet in, make a little window so you can see outside or whatever. Needs a window, really. I'd like to have a window right here beside the door so we can see out, and just, you know, watch it snow or whatever. Be a place to cook. Get a flat top on it, gets hot enough you can cook off of it or whatever. Or you can build your fire right outside this thing and cook some food. You know, at one time, like I say, no propane, no gas for a generator, nothing like that. We're still working on the generator, haven't figured it out 100%, but it's going to have to be good enough to where it'll start easy. If it don't start easy, you know, you can start it with a drill and it runs good, but, you know, the power head, we still got to check it out. We got to get it mounted down. I got to make different motor mount to where it'll hold it. It's got to vibrate a little bit. If you make it solid, it'll probably break the cast off of it, the cast legs. I've seen it before on a go-kart back in the day. But that's the Cobbler Special. Now you can take it 100%, put some chipboard on it and whatever else. Put the chipboard to the inside, to the outside, paint it all up. You know, you could pressure wash it. You could put some deck staining on it, polyurethane. White boards to the inside and make it look like chinking. That live edge is going to come off eventually. You can see it's trying to on a couple of these boards here. So, but I just trimmed it up. We still got some more to do, capping and wrap it up a little bit. It's going to be if James survives winter this year. You know, I got a generator, kind of getting it going. Still got to come up with some parts, a belt, some kind of way to pull the belt into it, tension it, and if the power head's good and we can start it easily enough, we'll use it. If not, you know, what are you gonna do? You could put it like a 200 amp solar power. You could put you some panels on top of this, you get it all done up, and have you a couple 200 amp hour batteries, or like a 400 amp hour battery, a couple of those, and an inverter, and have a microwave, and probably be high cotton, or a way just to charge phone, you know, watch tablet or whatever. So should be good enough, I'm hoping. That's going to be probably all the videos I make of it, other than wrapping it. You know, once I get it wrapped, I just update you or whatever, make a little stove. We might make a little video of that if I can get it all together. We got to work on the truck some. That's going to be good enough for now, and just wait on the rest of it. We just got to get it wrapped. A couple boards ain't gonna be nothing. Splitting a big nice piece of poplar 2 ways, 2 of those about 11 foot long. That way we can get our sides, you know, to where they won't be in and out. And hopefully we can get 2 more after that and run them up the middle and make all that good and solid and good enough. But we'll have to make a stove some way, somehow. I'd get a barrel, that ain't nothing, and then you got to get those little cast iron pieces and just put you a pipe out here and whatever. Box it in and call it good. And then that way we'll be hopefully good enough for winter and stay warm. Just in case. You know, I got to clean up the diesel heater. Got to get it going. I like to put kerosene in it, because if it does kill off, you don't have to clean it and all that like you do with diesel fuel. So, but they're saying, some people say ice storms, snowstorms. Other people saying not a big deal. So we take the snow, it's just the ice. But that's a video. I'd like to set up a GoPro and film that. That would have made a good little video. But it is what it is, and we got to keep pressing on. We ain't got time. The tomatoes did good, and they're really just barely just a touch of frost. We are getting seed heads on the tobacco plants, and I offered a guy some seeds. He said, I'd love to grow some, I just don't have seeds. I told him I'd send him out some. If they do good, they get seeds, they rattle, they're dry, we'll try it. If not, you know, I looked at a different style for next year. But that's what we got. Nothing fancy. It's better than nothing. Better than a hot tent, I would say. But if we can get a couple more boards and a couple more beams, good enough.